You're taking a live look now outside the Huntsville City Schools Administration Building. Today, the school board unanimously passed a budget for the 2021, I should say, that includes extra money for their reserve fund. Superintendent Christy Finley calls it a success. That's in part because just a few years ago, Huntsville City Schools was facing a budget crisis after an accounting error left its reserve fund millions of dollars short of the state's requirement. WAAY 31's Megan Reyna is live with how federal funding helped play a role in that rebound. Megan?
Well, even through a pandemic, Huntsville City Schools was able to come back from that crisis and put together a plan that the school board was quick to approve tonight. And with the coronavirus, it did bring a lot of extra costs, but federal funding was able to cover most of it.
In favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The chair votes aye.
Monday night, school board members passed a budget allowing more money this year than in the past to go into reserve funds.
Made some cuts to the budget over the last couple of years that have gotten us to the point where we are now, which is to spend our current resources to the point where we can achieve a 1.6-month fund balance in reserve.
The state standard is a 1-month reserve. Last year, the district's budget was $3 million under the standard. Dustin Don, the Huntsville City Schools' newest chief financial officer, says federal funding helped balance the budget.
That helps defray or it helps move some expenses out of the general fund for us this year. But we still have to be careful with our expenditures.
More than $12 million will help offset coronavirus-related expenses. This includes PPE, sanitation efforts, and remote learning devices. Additionally, the district is able to hire 400 tutors.
The CARES Act.
Superintendent Christy Finley says while budget cuts have been made, staffing has remained a top priority.
We have come very far. We looked at, really tightening our belt, and what we did is we were able to cut the stuff and not the staff.
Right now we know what our funding and our staffing levels are. Next year we don't know what the economy is going to do to funding, so you try to keep that fund balance or that savings account, so to speak, as high as possible.
And Finley believes with this budget, students will be receiving the necessary resources to succeed, whether that's in the classroom or learning from home. Reporting live in Huntsville, Megan Reyna, WAAY 31 News.
Thanks, Megan. Superintendent Finley also talked with us about how the first day of school went for Huntsville City Schools.
160 days since students left campus, some elementary and middle schoolers made their way back to the classroom with several new protocols in place. Finley spent the day going around different schools and checking in on how well students and staff followed those new measures.
And as we walked out through the day or around the schools, we saw that, the teachers were walking their students through the protocols so they would know what to do. So I really do appreciate all the things that our maintenance and operation team have done in the district, as well as our school building leaders and our teachers and staff to make sure that those protocols are in place.
Finley says about 65% of students in the district are returning to in-person learning. Students are also on a staggered schedule right now to limit class size. High school students will make their return next Monday.